What's up folks, how's it going? This is Waj. Hope you guys are all doing well, and what you're looking at is my old Corsair Vengence K95 mechanical keyboard. I've had this thing for the past 7 years on my desk. It's old, crusty, definitely needs a nice clean up, and we're going to do that, but this is a great opportunity to talk about the latest version of the K95, the RGB Platinum XT. Now, compared to my original K95 keyboard, there's definitely been some major upgrades, mostly in the internal department. The design-wise is very similar in terms of overall build quality. K95 has always been Corsair's flagship lineup of mechanical keyboards, and this is certainly no exception. We still have aircraft-grade black anodized aluminum finish chassis. They've also upped the build quality of the keycaps themselves. Instead of using the traditional ABS plastics for the keycaps, they're using a much more durable plastics in the form of PBT material, which is slightly thicker, measuring around 1.5 millimeters, and it provides a little bit more stability and security, which is important if you're especially going to be aggressive with your gaming style or just your day-to-day use with the keyboard. Furthermore, in terms of mechanical switch configurations, you can get the new version of the K95 in either Cherry MX Blue, Brown, or Speed/Silver. I actually have the Speed switches installed in this thing, and it feels really good. Very similar to a Cherry MX Red in the sense that we have an actuation force at around 45 grams and an actuation distance rated at 1.02 millimeters. Furthermore, if you want to swap out individual keycaps for tread plate textured versions like the WASD keycaps, you do have that option included with the keyboard. You can also swap out the 6 dedicated macro keys with S keys, since this keyboard has cross functionality with Elgato Stream Deck, so you can set up different programming configurations for scenes and things like that for live streaming purposes. Elgato is actually owned by Corsair, so that's definitely a nice perk while getting this keyboard. Furthermore, in terms of RGB lighting, as you would imagine, each individual key is customizable to whatever color effect, luminosity, or a specific color parameter you want to program into it. There's also a 19-zone LED edge light at the top of the keyboard, which is individually programmable to your specific preferences and needs. You can control all these illumination settings and RGB lighting controls via the iQ Corsair app on the desktop, and you can also set different macro commands, set profiles. Internally, you have 8 megabytes of storage available to you, and you have a total of 5 different individually programmable presets. Now, one other cool thing you can set on this keyboard, something I don't see too often, is you can actually increase the rebound time of each keystroke in order to prevent the likelihood of a double registration if a single key press is pressed too quickly or in rapid succession. I definitely don't game or type fast enough to take advantage of a feature like this, but I'd be curious to know if gaming enthusiasts at the pro level would actually find this feature relevant in any way. Now, coming back to my old K95 keyboard, one of the things that I didn't like about it was the palm rest. It was hard plastic, and although it provided a little bit of wrist support, it's definitely not as good as the new palm rest on the K95, which is done up in this leatherette material. It has foam cushioning, and it's a soft overall finish, but still firm enough to give you adequate wrist support and to give you a little bit of assistance in reaching those keys in a comfortable manner when you're sitting down on your desk. Now, from a reliability standpoint, the original K95 keyboard that I've had for so many years has been really good in terms of functionality. It's built like a tank. The Cherry MX Red switches feel brand new as long as you clean them every once in a while. But after 7 years of usage, one of the biggest concerns that I've had is the backlight system on the LED side. Most of the LEDs have now pretty much gone out, and only a handful of them actually work in terms of backlighting the keyboard itself. That's understandable. This was one of the first LED lit keyboards from Corsair, and although I don't use LED lighting all too often, it is kind of unfortunate. Hopefully the new generation of RGB lighting and the new technology inside the Platinum XT K95 keyboard is going to be a little bit better in terms of managing the luminosity and quality of those individual LEDs, which are obviously now RGB, and generally a little bit better in terms of a reliability standpoint. We'll have to see how this new generation K95 fares up, and we'll check back with you 7 years from now. So if you like this content, please give us a thumbs up. Check out the description down below for more details about everything we talked about. I want to thank you guys so much for your support, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.